What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is AJ. This video is going to be a little bit different than my typical videos. I'm thinking of starting a weekly cigar journal. Basically, I'm going to compile all the cigars I smoke during the week, share them with you here in this video, do a little mini reviews, and whatever else comes to mind. There are already some great cigar reviewers on YouTube with some very advanced palates, so I'm not going to be trying to pinpoint tasting notes like that, which is also why I want to, do it in this format in a weekly kind of compilation. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. Should I keep this series going? All right, and make sure to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and let's get into it. So starting out the week, it was just a perfect evening for a cigar. It put me in the mood for this Don Carlos Eye of the Shark. I was enjoying it quite a bit, in fact, and had to set it down to go grab a cup of coffee. Even though it was late, it's my favorite pairing to have with the Don Carlos cigar. And it kind of messed up the burn a little bit as I went to go do that. So here I am, just touching it up and making sure that burn line stays straight. I'm kind of maneuvering a little bit with the camera to get this recorded for you guys on how to touch up your cigar, as I burned a little bit more than a wrapper than I would have liked to, but it's no biggie. Now, the Don Carlos has got to be my favorite cigar. I can smoke these every day if it was the only cigar I could have. But this Eye of the Shark, it's been a bumpy road between us two, and I've had maybe 5 or 6 of them, and I've always had issues with them. But with this one tonight, it's like we're finally in sync. The burn is going great, the draw is perfect, the flavors are right, and sometimes that's just what it takes with a cigar. You got to try a few of them before you can really pass your judgment. I mean, would I take this over any other of the Don Carlos cigars? Not necessarily. I think the Double Robusto is still my favorite Vitola in the Don Carlos, but all of them are very good. So Tuesday, enjoying this Drew Estate Undercrown Maduro. I would recommend this for anyone that wants to pick up those chocolate flavor notes that you hear guys talking about. If you're not picking up any chocolate, try this cigar. I guarantee you will. Plus, it's a great cigar regardless, and it's pretty cheap too. You can find them for under 10 bucks pretty much everywhere. Regardless, it's a tasty cigar and definitely punches above its weight in terms of price. Oh, and this was actually featured in the Perfect Draw video that I shot the other day. You can see where I drilled the Perfect Draw in there, and there's a lot of nice smoke and flow coming through there. I didn't even know if it was plugged or not, but I decided to do it to this cigar, and it turned out it definitely needed to be opened up some more. This is one of those cigars that if I'm indecisive on what I want, it's easy to just grab one of these. You can know what to expect with the Undercrown Maduro. Like I said, a lot of those chocolate notes and coffee notes, and some sweetness from that Maduro wrapper, and it's pretty consistent all across the board. It's always a great smoke. And here I am actually getting down to the nub of this cigar, taking a Perfect Draw and about to demonstrate this, like I said, for that previous video. And I don't think I finished this cigar all the way down to the nub. What happens is humidity builds up when you're smoking a cigar, that final couple inches of a cigar, and sometimes it can taste good and sometimes it can taste foul. Most of mine I'm usually able to smoke all the way down. That one I wasn't, and that's okay. It was a big Toro cigar. I definitely enjoyed it anyway. And Wednesday, I'm enjoying this Plasencia Fuego. It's been pretty humid here in Austin still, more light rain pretty much on the daily. But I'm really enjoying this cigar, and even though it's called El Fuego, I don't really get a lot of spice from it. I mean, if anything, it's more of those softer notes, and sweet notes with this cigar. It's not very harsh for me at all. But with that humidity comes these touch-ups and these bad burn lines. It will affect your cigar. And just make sure you always touch up your cigar. Keep that burn line going straight. A lot of times people wondering why their cigars start canoeing or burning sideways in all different kinds of directions. You can stop that yourself. Just touch it up, don't let it get that bad. And keeping that burn line straight is only going to help you enjoy the cigar even more. You know, I love a good Toro sized cigar for the evening, but lately these Robustos have just been perfect. They still pack just as much punch as a Toro, but it's in a much shorter time and leaves you definitely satisfied. And here I am taking off that last band off of the cigar, and man, this cigar was very enjoyable all the way through. I had a great draw. The flavors were just packed in there. I mean, it was just bursting with flavor, to be honest. And you can see that by the fact that there's nothing left touching it but my fingertips. Absolutely amazing. Pretty much everything Plasencia does is great. They just don't miss. All of their blends are definitely worth a shot. Next up, we've got this Oliva. This was Thursday. Had my Oliva Maduro in the Figurado shape. And you see, I just toasted the cigar right there, but with the Figurado, it's always a good idea to stoke it, which, bring that cigar to your mouth and stoke it with the flame to get it burning well. And there that ash is, and wow, look at that. It's about a good 2 inches of ash there. It's just burning perfectly. I dry boxed this Oliva for a good 3 hours. Had some more slight rain today, and here I am taking off the band. That ash is a little bit pointy, but you know what? That's okay. Still was an enjoyable cigar. And that ash is just holding on, even after into the final third, to the second third and final third, it's still going great. This was a very tasty cigar as well. I've had a few of these already. I have not been able to smoke them this far down. I guess that dry boxing just really did the trick for this one, because it was tasting very good. Usually, that final third, I have trouble smoking the Oliva past that, because the flavors just aren't as good, but this one was absolutely delicious. Yeah, I really enjoyed this cigar right here. And I got a full hit of that vitamin N. Man, Olivas really pack a punch. So here we go with the Plasencia Fuerte for Friday. I love this cigar, and had it in the Solomon Botola. Absolutely amazing. So this is the Robusto, and that box press shape on the cigar is very aggressive. You can see those lines are so sharp on there. You guys might be wondering how I like to light my cigars, and I kind of stole some techniques I've seen on Instagram from Alex Dandy, which is you kind of just go around the edge in a circle. So lighting up the cigar from the outside in, and never really bringing the flame to the center of the cigar. You can see that ring. There it is right now. As I'm taking a puff from it, you can see the ring is well lit, and the center is still kind of dark. It's hot in there, but it's not burning all the way through until you start stoking it a little bit, and as you smoke it, it'll find its way to burn completely, and that always leads for a perfect burn line, in my opinion, starting that burn line from the outside in. You can see this cigar, it's a Robusto shape, as I mentioned. I've been enjoying these for that quicker burn time, but man, this one was just burning very slowly, which I didn't mind because it was very pleasurable. And of course, dealing with this humidity here in Austin lately, you can see I have to touch it up again, not a problem. Just give it a little tap with the torch, get that burn going. So as I was recording this, I decided to try to pick up some notes for you guys. It takes a lot of focus if you're trying to get flavor notes from a cigar. But that first third, I remember getting a nice hit of peppermint. That one actually caught me by surprise. I'm usually just watching YouTube or doing some reading, and that peppermint just hit me in that first third. Second third, I picked up some cedar and some sweet cream. And here I am taking off that band, the final band, and this one was smoking really well. I don't know if I mentioned, but this was the first cigar out of a box that I bought, and it's been resting for a good 3 months, so I was looking forward to this. And here we are, that final third, man, it was just like fireworks. It was explosive. I was getting floral notes, spice notes, and some sweetness in there. Very amazing and phenomenal cigar. Absolutely loved it. Trying to pick up flavor notes and reviewing a cigar, for me, it takes away the enjoyment of it. At one point I did keep a journal of like cigars and tasting notes. Honestly, that did help with picking up the flavor notes to begin with and developing that palate. But once I picked out all the main notes, it was like, okay, this is not fun anymore. It's not really enjoyable. Like rather sit back and enjoy that cigar without trying to pick out every single flavor note, because it just takes a lot of focus to do that and attention. And when I'm having a cigar, I just want to enjoy it, and maybe there's other things that I want to meditate on, because cigars are kind of like meditation too, and in that way, very therapeutic, I would say.